Hello guys, hello. Welcome to Home and Garden Fix and Tricks. I am Michael. Welcome to Mechanic Monday. Now on the channel, as the name suggests, Home and Garden Fix and Tricks, we do home and garden videos. But on a Monday, we have a special series called Mechanic Monday. So welcome to Mechanic Monday. If you are a returning viewer or one of our returning subscriber, thank you. And if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, and if you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and become a supporter of the channel Home and Garden Fix and Tricks. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about two very important liquids in your car that you need. Notice the word that I'm using, need, that you need to check regularly to ensure that they are at the correct levels. And if they are not, and if you drive your car without them being at the correct level, they can ruin your engine, or sometimes even cause the engine to stop working permanently. All right, so the first one is the engine oil, and we have Tanisha out here to help us. Roots girl chin, see her down there as usual. All right, so the first one is the engine oil, right, and then the second one is the coolant. All right, I was gonna mention the transmission oil as well, but I'm gonna do that in a separate video. All right, so let us look at the engine oil firstly. Come Tantan. So guys, most of the Japanese cars have a engine oil dipstick, and they also have a transmission oil dipstick. Your engine oil dipstick always come with a yellow pole most of the times. All right, some of these new cars like the BMWs, the the German cars, they don't have a dipstick. You would have to use a thing there, the computer, what they call it. They would have to use a diagnostic computer to tell which level your oil is and blah 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 and foolishness. All right, but most cars carry a dipstick. So what you want to do is to make sure that you park your car on a level surface. My car is already on a level surface, and the best time to check your oil is in the morning, early in the morning before you drive your car. So make it a practice to check your oil. I check my oil maybe 2-3 times for the week, right? Because I'm a person with OCD. Me love to check my car. Sometimes we just check it for checking's sake. Other persons, sometimes they not even open their hood or their bonnet. Some people don't do that, none at all. Guys, it's to just pull out your engine oil dipstick, and you want to wipe this one, the first one, clean. Get a very very clean piece of hand towel. All right, just don't use any piece of old rag. You may just introduce dirt back into your engine. All right, and you're going to replace this, and now we're going to take this reading. So you pull it out, and you see these two holes. You have one here and one down there. Your oil level should be closer to the top one, that is at the full. Anywhere between the 2 point is okay, but the ideal place where you want the oil level to be is closer to this top hole right there, which is right there. My one is right here. All right, so that is very good. When you take it out, not only just check the level of the oil, but also look at the condition of the oil. If it is very black, gooey, gummy, change the oil. Remember, oil is cheap, engine expensive. Oil is cheap, engine is expensive. All right, so you do this, and you want to do it regularly. You have some people, they never check their oil, and if you run the engine without oil, you will damage the engine in the long run. Right, you also want to make sure that the oil cap is properly secured. You don't want it to be left loosed like that, right? Because this build up pressure, you don't want oil to be splashing all over in your engine bay. Right, so you make sure that this is tightened properly. And the next thing that you want to do now is to ensure that you go down under the car and you look. So guys, the next thing you want to do, some car come with that panel under there, that plastic or metal panel that covers the engine, that engine guard. So if your car is like that, my one is open. So as I look down, I can see right up. So what you want to do is to remove the panel and check where your oil filter is. So my oil filter right here. So you want to check around the oil filter, around your drain bolt, around the oil pan to see if you have any engine oil leak. My one is totally dry, so that's what you want, because what can happen, you know, the oil can leak out from around the oil filter or around the drain bolt or around the oil pan, right, and cause you to run into dangerous problems, very, very severe problem of overheating with your engine. All right, so you want to do that. While I'm down here, the next thing that I'm going to talk to you about is the coolant, right? So you want to check on this coolant hose, right? The bottom hose here on the radiator to make sure that you don't see any sign of dripping. You want to go around and look at your water pump area to make sure that there's no leak, right? Look down on the ground or look in the belly pan of the engine, that plastic that you have on there, to see if you're seeing any form of coolant dropping, right? Then you want to move up now and you want to check your coolant reservoir, right? Come with your light, Tantan. Let me show them something. Shine the light right on the pan. This coolant reservoir right there. So when you just get a light and you shine it down, hold on, it's not working out at all. But anyway, guys, you shine a light through this and you will see the level of the coolant. You want it's two mark. You have low. It's hard to film, you know. Let me see if I can get it from this way. No, sir. So you have low, as you can see there, and you have full. So you want to make sure that it's at the full mark, right? This is the coolant overflow bottle. If it's on the lower end, make sure that you top it off. Just open the top here and top it off until it reaches the full mark. Also, what you want to check is your radiator cap. This is a radiator cap, and by checking your radiator cap, you just open it like that. Make sure that it's at the correct full level. Right, you're supposed to see coolant down in there. Right, it's my one there. Right, and it's, I talk about that is a very good practice to change your radiator cap on a regular basis. So if you have a car and you have never changed this, the radiator cap, it's very cheap, very, very affordable. If you have never changed it, please just go ahead and change it now. Just buy a new one, right? Because what it does, it maintains the ideal pressure inside of your radiator. So make sure your radiator cap is changed regularly. Maybe you can do this say every 3 years. You can just change it. So as I said, if you never change yours, just change it. It's cheap, maybe less than $1,000, maybe less than $2, $3, $4 if you are living in the States. All right, so make sure that this is topped off properly with coolant, and make sure that the overflow bottle is topped off, and make sure that your oil is topped off. You can also go ahead and check your transmission fluid, but as I said, I'm going to talk about the transmission in a separate video. All right, so that is it, guys. 2 things that I want to talk to you about. Make sure that your engine oil is at the correct level and at the correct condition in terms of the look and feel of it. Right, these modern engine are VVTi. See, they're variable valve timing engines, right? So they have very tiny bypass where the oil needs to go through and, you know, activate certain things and certain functions of the engine. So you have to make sure that your oil is at the correct viscosity, right, and also at the correct level. If not, your engine is going to fail prematurely. And next, make sure that your coolant is topped off properly, right? And I'm talking about this, make sure that your cooling fan is also working, because sometimes your coolant level can be okay, but the cooling fans, they're not working, and then your car will overheat. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Nicole. As I said before, if you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for your support. From Mechanic Monday, I'm Nicole. Peace.